This is wonderful, and I don't have to tell you what a wonderful, wonderful person in Darlene Dunning you have here. Yes, you all know that, don't you? Yeah. I knew you knew that. And I also have to share with you what a wonderful community Albuquerque is. As tourists, we've been delighting in all those fun things that you guys have to share here, and saw the most gorgeous sunset at that top of that tram. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, Darlene asked me, Terri, why don't you get up there and share a little bit about, what the teachings of spiritual living, and how that's worked well for me. And 5 minutes, it's going to be a tough one, so hang in there. I come with quite a varied background, but I'm going to start this as kind of a tale of discovery. With all those different things that I've done, and with different spiritual backgrounds that I may have sprouted from, just like all of us, But the thing is I'll start with the fact that my first time I came to a Center for Spiritual Living and was led to it and sat there through one of our wonderful services, and I want you to know, I arrived. It was great to find a community that I wasn't being converted. It's just everything they were saying, everything they were being, I was like, this is my language. I understand this dialect. And from there, it grew. And as many of you know, there's a wonderful process called visioning that I learned how to practice, because once I started satiating myself in this wonderful philosophy and the principles, I began to go, okay, who am I in this? And as it emerged, I was being called to service. We all know we're vessels, but I realized I was being called into ministry, but it wasn't the standard ministry that much of us might experience when we come to a facility or an organization like this. All of a sudden, just like a build an ark moment, I'm told, you're the girl on the street. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Right, all right, okay. I'm the girl on the street. Oh, now, how do I do that? So the next thing kind of comes up. We're all familiar with aligning with our true self. What it really comes down to, no matter who we are, whatever it is it's got to be you. It's got to be the true you. So there I am, and then I'm forming an intention. I'm actually making line items of not what it is I'm going to do, but it's like, how do I want to feel when I'm doing it? How do I want to kind of notice it's going to feel like when it comes around, and then leaving it open to the universe that knows exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing, and noticing when it comes along. Isn't that the tough one? I mean, it's like the ketchup in the refrigerator. Where is it, honey? And it happens all too often like that. So for me, I managed to, kind of figure out, okay, this is what I'm going to do at this point. Now, why? Why am I going to do this? And it came through very clearly. It's to help, to awaken. I'm a seeder. So I'm the one that's in those everyday alley cat Joe situations, being who we are in our divine selves, coming through and allowing us to kind of seed and awaken. So I found that kind of emerging in some very fascinating ways. I'm a wellness coach. I found things coming up just here, there, and everywhere. It was like popcorn popping, you put the microwave popcorn in there, and it kind of doesn't seem like, well, this is going to happen? Or, and then all of a sudden, pop, 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 saying yes, it's a good thing. But here it comes, and so I'm finding all these opportunities just emerging like crazy, but in interesting places. And I'm allowing myself to be a fitness instructor, teaching Zumba and teaching people how to be happy and dancing and joyous and celebrate. Who would have guessed? Yeah, out of nowhere. And then before you know it, I'm teaching consciousness studies in community colleges. People want to learn how we think in kind of everyday branded ways. It's fun to kind of slip these philosophies into everyday living, isn't it? And so then, before you know it, I love a personal practice of just doing yoga. I'm teaching more yoga than you can imagine. And in my yoga classes, this is where I really feel that spirit has really placed me, because these have just been popping up. I keep on saying yes, and people will finish the yoga classes, and they'll go, I've never taken a yoga class like that. And I love the look on people's faces in that unexpected moment where, what just happened to me? And you and I know we're just spreading this wonderful, beautiful, positive love of joy and abundance and prosperity and unlimited potential. And I'm telling people how wonderful they are. And looking at the awakening that's being created by just sharing these things in these everyday settings. And I must share with you that sometimes I'm working amongst individuals who are very locked into the old paradigm, who kind of rivet themselves in some of the things that you and I try to move from, and to watch them discover that they don't have to stay there, But anyway, as I said, I could probably take up the whole hour going on and on and on. So I just want to share with you that I think each and every one of us is the guy or gal on the street, at your work, at your play, at the supermarket. This is where I find my joy in this philosophy, is to be able to be it, to live it. And I invite you to look at those ways that might be sitting right there in front of you that you may not have noticed. So, and as I end each and every yoga class, namaste. The goodness in me honors the goodness in you. Thank you.